There comes a moment where you start to look at the things around you differently, not in terms of what they cost or how they look, but what they actually represent. Because when I really think about it, most of what we own today in this society is temporary. It's designed to be replaced, it's worn for a season and then it's forgotten about. And somewhere along the way, we stop surrounding ourselves with objects that carry meaning. And this whole brand, this whole project began with that realization. And a question that is, what if the things we carry could reflect the life that we're building? So, a bit about me. I've always been drawn to experiences that shape us. New environments, moments of change, travel. I absolutely love travel. Times where you can feel yourself stepping into a new version of who you are. And, like most people, when I traveled and did these things, I documented those moments, like photos, videos, memories. But for me, there was always something missing because while we capture experiences digitally, we rarely honour them physically. And there's rarely something you can hold or wear that represents a chapter in your life. And most things we buy are for function or aesthetic, but they're not symbolic. And over time, I realised I don't just want to build a brand that sells products. I want to build something that connects to people's lives in a much deeper way. Something quieter, more personal, but something that feels like a marker of a moment. And that idea has become the foundation of this brand, Hewins Heritage. And you might be thinking, what does that mean? The name itself is where the meaning really starts. Hewins is my last name, also pronounced as he wins, but choosing to build a brand around that was intentional because for me, this isn't just a business idea. This is my heritage being created in real time. When most people think of heritage, they think of something passed down, but I see it differently. Heritage isn't only what you inherit, but it's what you choose to build. It's the values you live by, it's the risks that you take, it's the path that you decide to walk. Calling it Hewins Heritage is a reminder to myself that legacy isn't something abstract. It's built day by day, decision by decision. And the bigger idea behind the name is that everyone is capable of creating their own heritage. Not someday, not in the future, but right now. So, my mission for this brand is simple but meaningful. It's to create symbols of meaning in a world of disposable things. It's not pieces designed to impress. It's not things that exist just to follow trends, but it's objects that represent something personal. Because when something connects to your story, it changes how you see it. So it becomes a reminder of a decision, of a chapter, of a moment of growth. And that's what I want Hewins Heritage. That's what I want this brand to create. It's not just products, but it's markers of meaning. And there's a real emotional attachment to everything that we sell and we create. So the long-term vision, like when I look ahead, I don't just see a collection of products, but I see a brand that people turn to during sort of moments in their lives, like moments where something shifts, starting a new chapter, making a new commitment, realizing you've grown into someone new. I want Hewins Heritage to exist alongside those moments. So years from now, when someone looks at you or looks at what they wear from this brand, they don't just see an object, but they see a memory, a vision, a version of themselves, a time in their lives that mattered. That's the vision, not just to create something people buy, but something that people actually keep and remember. The philosophy, like what is the belief of this brand? At the centre of everything is one simple belief: a life well lived deserves to be marked. Meaning is what gives any object permanence in our lives. It's what turns something ordinary into something that you never want to let go of, never get rid of. I believe that identity is shaped through experience, and symbols help anchor those experiences in time. Because what you carry should remind you not just where you've been, but who you choose to become. What's the next thing? Brand values. Like, what is the values of this brand? The principles. Every decision with this brand comes back to a few guiding principles: creating with intention, prioritizing meaning over noise, designing for longevity, not trends, honoring story, not status, and building with patience and integrity. Those values exist to keep the brand grounded, so when it grows, it never loses its purpose. And then with that, what do we stand against? What do we not want to be known for? Hewins Heritage stands in quiet opposition to a culture built on constant replacement. against buying things with no connection, against products that hold no story, because when everything's temporary, it's very easy to lose sight of what really matters. And I feel like Hewins Heritage exists to move in the opposite direction, towards intention, permanence, and reflection. I guess that's sort of the closing of the video, but this was just me speaking to the camera, like no editing, just my phone. So, right now this is just the beginning. It's no finished legacy, it's no grand claims, but it's just a belief and the decision to build something meaningful over time. This series, whatever I'm going to call it, will document that journey openly, because I feel like every legacy starts the same way, with that choice to create it. And this is my choice, and I'm starting now.